What's up, motherfuckers?
Oh! Who wants some fucking energy today, guys? Let me tell you.
There it is.
Hello, welcome to the Stache and Beard Show.
Hand AKs. Hand AKs. Do it. AKs.
So, hi, I'm Austin Pistulka. This is Alan Pilley. Welcome to the Stache and Beard Show, where all things can be possible in your own imagination. Just call it out and we'll find a way to finger gun it into existence.
That was f***ing great.
Oh, there's spit everywhere now. This is gross. Whew!
Oh, my God.
So, we're back for another edition of the Stache and Beard Show, and the only thing that I want to talk about is our t-shirts, but I don't want to talk about his t-shirt.
Yeah, let's talk about yours.
Look at this fucking t-shirt, bro!
That's pretty nice.
It's a good
pretty
t-shirt.
Nice t-shirt. So you had a good weekend, huh?
I did. It's got the fucking Champs 37 on the back for the Bucks.
Yeah, that.
Go Bucks! I'm only a Bucks fan because I'm in Florida. Otherwise, go Pack, go. And fuck Tom Brady. But,
Double f*** Tom Brady.
Well, alright. With your meat cannon. Jesus. No! Not again! It's back! Oh, fuck.
Not with a meat cannon.
No, not with a meat cannon.
With hand AKs.
That one was better.
That was way better.
That was way better.
Dude, you got right in sync there.
Yeah, it was good. Man.
F*** you, Tom Brady.
Yeah. Gosh, it's wet again over here. Okay, so. So, I'm exhausted because I spent the weekend at WRESTLEMANIA in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium, where I was a beloved member of the press, of the media, thanks to my host of Open Mic, Mike Bianchi, who knows some people and was like, hey, get this guy a press pass. I spent the weekend in literal heaven for Austin Pistulka. I've never been to a WrestleMania. I've never been to a pro wrestling show that hasn't been like a regular Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or whatever, because they never come to the Midwest for like pay-per-views or anything.
Yeah.
And so I got to, it was 2 nights. I go up night one and I pitched a tent because I'm cheap as fuck. I was like, I was looking for hotel rooms and they were like $200 a night, every single one. Because it's a big event. It was 25,000 people were there for a limited capacity crowd. And so I'm like, well, tents are $25 at Walmart. Better go find one.
Yeah.
Found a tent, $25. Found a place, $24 to pitch said tent. And luckily, when it rained, nothing inside got wet.
That's awesome.
I was very, very happy about that. But seriously, like, I got free food because I was in the press box, which included, night one was grilled salmon with corn salsa.
The beef ribs you posted.
Dude.
Were absolutely amazing.
Yes, beef short rib on WrestleMania Sunday. Oh, it was so good. The chicken marsala.
Yeah, you kept posting all your photos and videos, and I'm like, this dude is living it up.
I ate so much.
Yeah.
I ate. It seems to be a theme on this show where Austin talks about how he threw out his diet. Well, I threw out my diet again because.
So you mentioned before, I don't remember what episode we talked about, but where you the media, they were feeding you, you're bringing out plates to everybody else. But yeah,
I don't.
But yeah, but you were mentioning how good they take care of you guys.
Yes, it's funny. I was talking to a couple other media people. Jay from WDAE in Tampa. So he does a lot of events, covers a lot of events at Raymond James Stadium, and he gave me a ranking of the media meals. Shocking. USF football, you're lucky to get a ham sandwich.
Really?
Yeah. They say, fuck you, you're covering USF, get out of here. We don't care about you.
Yeah, it's funny, being a Hurricane fan, and we suck. But
you guys suck and have money.
This is true.
So,
this is true. Like, we're like upscale whores.
Yeah, that's correct.
But like USF like takes the cake on getting the shit into like all the shit talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So like when you go to these, like you've talked before, like sports wise, like how is this, like when your radio station is like, Austin, you're going.
Yeah.
Like, how is this wrestling take precedence over like other sports and stuff?
So,
why is this so much more of a spectacle for you to cover than other sports in the state?
So for me, number one, you don't have to be near as professional. With other sports, going to the bounce house for UCF, there's a thing called the professional press box.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to cheer. You're supposed to be dressed very, very nicely, because you're at work is the idea. It was not that way this time. It was, hey, wrestling's fun. So we're going to have fun in the press box. That's awesome. And they were very receptive to that. Meeting all the WWE marketing people, they were very much like, hey, here's a t-shirt, have some fun. You want to go down and see the ring? Like, obviously couldn't get in the ring, but they like would walk us down and get us close to the ring. And so like they were phenomenal. And they were.
Is this Raymond James, or is this your job? Is this your people?
This was WWE's people, marketing people.
Yeah.
So they were so fantastic. I always love seeing the merch stands and stuff. The shirts that I got, I actually bought this one because I was like, I fucking love this one. But shirts were like $35, hoodies were like $50. They sold the masks. They had like WrestleMania masks for like $15, and they gave all the media people a mask, a WrestleMania mask, a pull string bag, WrestleMania 37 pull string bag, a t-shirt, a hoodie, and a fucking Yeti cup with like WrestleMania 37 on it. I didn't see the cups for sale. Yeah. Like this is like they gave it all to every single media person.
That's pretty neat.
And oh man, it was a ton of fun, and like it was the perfect time for me with wrestling because I have not followed wrestling the way that I used to. We've talked about how when I was in college, traveling with the pro wrestling company, and then like pro wrestling was my life for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And that was 4 or 5 years ago. And now just coming into it and seeing where all of these guys that were young and new and where they've gone in their careers, and then to also see guys that growing up I adored. Edge was the main event. Freaking Edge! I saw Edge's fucking theme music, his entrance live.
Yeah.
I was freaking the fuck out. I was a child again. It was so great.
That's awesome, man.
So
I guess what I was also asking is like, we live in Florida, so we've got the Dolphins, the Bucks, the Jags, we've got the Rays, we've got the Lightning, we've got the Panthers. Mm-hmm. Like we're talking like $1 billion sports teams.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily. Like,
not all of them, but
yeah. Well, you know what I mean. And then I know that WWE is a $1 billion corporation.
Yeah.
So it's like you've talked to me before that your company is like, oh, the other sports there's blah blah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's wrestling. It's like, Austin, you're going.
Right.
So I guess I'm confused. As like they're like, oh, we've got these sports teams in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
Fuck them. But wrestling, we'll send you. Go have a good fucking weekend.
So it's more like I could, for pretty much all the sports in Florida, I could apply for a press pass for the season. It's never going to be like, hey, we've got one press pass for, in Tampa Bay this week.
And then like you'd be able to go.
And then I could go to, and then it's like a season pass.
Okay.
You have to get, get that first.
Yeah.
And then you're able to just go and you have your spot and all that sort of stuff. So that's kind of where it's different. I technically could, if I wanted to, just do that. Just throw around my 96.9 The Game dick and be like, I'm on a fucking radio show.
Yeah.
Give me the fucking shit, bro.
Yeah.
But most of the time when it, like, especially being on a sports show that isn't, because the only pro sports team that we have in Orlando is the Orlando Magic.
I forgot about the Magic. And the Heat. Forgot about them too.
Yeah, fuck them. The only reason why, the only one that makes sense for me to go to regularly is the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
Because if I go to the Tampa Bay Bucks or if I go to Jacksonville and watch the Jags, that's what I do for the day. That's my, and I can't then mentally grab all the other sports that I also have to talk about then on Monday.
Okay.
And so that's why I've kind of stayed away from going to some of the other press stuff, because...
Well, I guess like you and I have spoke before, and it's just like, I guess your boss, the lady. She's just like, oh, no sports, like, whatever, and I'm just like, we have tons of sports.
Right.
And even outside of the state, there's so much shit going on.
Yes.
And so it was just like, when I hear that, and then it just sounds like they're like super excited for WrestleMania. So, you know what I mean?
It is the spectacle of it.
And how popular that wrestling, it still is the state 37 years later.
Right.
Actually, plus.
Yeah.
Because wrestling was going on huge before,
Absolutely.
God, the McMahons took over and things like that.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. And on top of it, it is such a big, especially this year, it's such a big story, the fact that fans are back after a year, because last year they held WrestleMania at NXT, which is in Winter Park. At Full Sail University.
Yep.
And so to come back and have fans in the stands, to have a real WrestleMania feel, that's an even bigger story, and one that iHeart and really wants to grab a hold of, because there is a reason why WrestleMania holds so many attendance records, and why people why cities bid to have WrestleMania come to town, because it's millions and millions of dollars to whatever town hosts it.
Yeah.
Next year it's going to be in Dallas.
Yeah. Even laughing when you said limited capacity, 25,000. Like.
Right.
I don't even know what Raymond James holds.
80,000.
Oh, okay.
Well, it would have been. It probably would have held
even more, because don't you have the audience then on the
floor
field, right?
seat? Yeah. They how they did the limited seating was really weird. So to fill the spaces, they had cardboard cutouts, but then wherever a seat was actually bought, they took the cardboard cutout away, so you couldn't everyone come forward. They actually kept everyone separated, and it looked cool on TV. I don't know how the cardboard cutouts worked when all the rain was coming down.
Yeah,
but
so in New Orleans at the Superdome, they have color coordinated seats, and the idea behind it was that, because at the time, before Breeze got down there, the Saints sucked, dude.
Right, yeah.
So we're living down there in the time of the Aints, man.
Ooh.
And they did the color coordination of the seats so that on TV, you saw what looked like a full stadium. There could be nobody, but you and me and Jody.
It's like Daytona. How Daytona,
I guess so.
Daytona has the rainbow seats, so that way as they drive past, you don't notice that.
Yeah.
Stands aren't necessarily full.
Yeah, but it's like you have some maroon seats and it goes into some gold stuff. But on TV, what's supposed to happen is they're panning through. That color scheme is supposed to trick your eyes to be like, oh man, the stadium's full. And I remember hearing this as a kid, looking at Saints games. I'm just like, it's empty. Like, you can clearly tell where a face is and a body or Saints gear. And now Breeze comes down and they're packed out.
Yeah.
So it's a crazy fest down there. But
what a weird problem to have,
right?
That would be the worst. All right, so we need to look more full on TV.
Yeah.
Not the solution. Let's put out a better product and sell more tickets. No. Let's keep the same amount of tickets sold.
Yeah, but dude, you got to remember, this was the years of the fans literally came to the Superdome in garbage bags, overheads, trash bags, brown bags.
Why would fans pay money to do this?
Dude, you're diehard, man. The year that the Dolphins went 1-15.
Yeah.
I went down to go see the Patriots obliterate them.
Yeah.
I went out to the bars. I was sitting next to St. Louis fans, man.
Really?
St. Louis fans were better than us. The St. Louis Rams were better than us at the time. But I went out because I was a diehard.
Yeah.
Everybody else stayed at home. So the next year we make it to the playoffs, everybody comes out. And I remember walking into mugshots being like, you phonies.
Yeah.
I got the shit kicked out of me verbally the year before. People would see me on the streets, flags flying, middle fingers, making fun of us.
Yeah.
Packers fans, dude, fans were making fun of us. And I'm just like, dude, this is terrible. But we were diehard. So, but to answer your question, I wouldn't have gone to see them with a bag over my head. I just would not have gone.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. To get into that and just to be on TV for that, man, save that shit. I'm here.
There are a lot of people that really get off on that was me.
Yeah, don't get me wrong now, dude. When we go down, man, I go out. I've got wristbands and I've got beads and masks and jerseys and face paint. Like I love it. I get into it.
Yeah.
But not to go like, man, we suck. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't doing all that shit, man. I'll just stay home. Like, because it's not going to be fun for me.
Right.
You know, if I know that we're going to go lose, you know, versus having an actual chance.
Yeah.
So, other than that, you know, I have fun with all that shit.
That was something that was really interesting about WrestleMania this year, is seeing how wrestling is like the weird blend of nerd and sports. And so you see people that are definitely like nerds and they cosplay and they got all that, and then there are the people that are like more the sports side of it, and you know, it's so weird seeing the mix of people that love pro wrestling.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. I also figured out, and if they watch this, I don't really give a damn. Pro wrestling journalists are fucking dorks, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How so?
So, nice guys. Don't get me wrong. Super nice people. You know, very knowledgeable about pro wrestling, but so many of them didn't give a fuck about what was actually going on in the ring. All they cared about was the behind the scenes stuff, and so they speculated, or they would comment like, and the biggest thing is, how do I put this? There, just like in powerlifting, there's pro wrestling like vocabulary.
Yeah.
You know, like when you mark out, it means you're freaking out. You're a fan. Or if a big pop is when, you know, the crowd erupts. You know, there are certain phrases like that. When someone goes over, it means they win the match. Or you know, oh, he's really over with the crowd. The crowd really likes him, kind of thing. Or if he's a bad guy, the crowd really hates him. He's over. They use this language constantly. And as someone who has been in the business, it is so much cringe. Because they're like, I know this word. I can use this word too. Look, guys, I can use the word. Look, he's over. Dude, you're not... Like, you're in it, but you're not in it, okay? And so, watching them kind of... At their, I mean, when I say it's their WrestleMania 2, this is when they have the most subscribers to their channels. This is when they have all that sort of stuff. So they deserve to have fun. But man, it is so weird with, you know, people being like, what was it? There was one guy who there were some people from Germany sitting in front of me, and this guy who has apparently written books about pro wrestling, he's just like, oh, so what do you think about the European independent scene over talking about the independent wrestling over there? And I'm just like, what the fuck, bro?
You got WrestleMania 37.
We got WrestleMania 37 right here. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like,
well, you've heard me, you know, banter about, you know, and especially football, you know, like the commentators. Yeah. You know, like you go out for a pass and you miss it, and you're like, oh, I know what he's thinking. Do you?
Do you?
And then he puts words in your mouth. This is what Austin's thinking, right? And I'm like, that's what he's thinking. Yeah. And it's just the words. It's what they come up with. I'm like, out of everything you could have put into Austin's mouth, that's what you come up with.
Doing shots, we're gonna do shots, damn it.
Well, I mean,
you can't turn me down, goddamn. We're doing shots, let's do it.
We are not.
Cheers.
No, absolutely not. Nope, I'll pass. I will pass.
No?
Nope.
I'm going to bed soon, so I can drink all I want. I'm going to bed soon. Nope.
But yeah, they're just like, oh, hey, here's this, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly what Austin's thinking. Those are the words that would have come out of that dude's mouth, you know. But anything to just have a talk, you know, to be heard.
So on that note, gosh dang it. On that note, I am blocked by one of the WWE announcers.
Real quick, that was our co-host, our future co-host.
Future co-host, yeah.
For when this man decides to move off. Yeah. A little cameo.
He comes in with booze. That's how he gets more votes to become the... Yeah.
Hey, had it been a little later in the morning, I probably would have partaken. This was just a prop. It wasn't actually meant to be drank yet.
Well.
But I did say yesterday, we had Dan Bell come in yesterday, and I stopped off, and I had 2 hands. Mm-hmm. And I bought 2 cases of beer, and I knew we needed water, but I didn't have any more hands. So I was like, oh, what's more important? So 2 cases of beer were bought, Dan comes in and I say, hey, man, we got water in the fridge.
Yeah.
So it was like, I told my wife, like 10:15 right now, like already drinking yesterday morning.
Yeah.
It was just one of those.
Man,
so
I'm disappointed I missed out on that.
Oh, dude, it was good. And then like kept going, like, buddy, I was like, oh, I think you need a refill. So yeah, that was yesterday morning. But whiskey, I don't know, man. Whiskey's a certain time of day.
No,
give me 3 o'clock. 3
right.
o'clock, I'll do whiskey around 3 if I have to drink whiskey with you.
Beer is mostly water. Okay,
this is my thinking.
That's absolutely it. A beer is mostly water. While granted, it's 40% alcohol. So technically, there's more not alcohol than alcohol in this. But it's a lot.
What did you just say?
There's a lot. There is less alcohol than non-alcohol in that. There is less.
A beer is like 6% at best American beer.
Right, but
this is like 40.
Yeah, but it's still 40%, so it's more other stuff. It's 60% not alcohol. So it's still more not alcohol.
What's the argument? So I can get back on track.
I wasn't making
none. You completely lost me when we got from water and beer to alcohol and whiskey. Like, you were absolutely correct. There's 60% other stuff. No, because I'm not even sure that's how that works. I watched Distill Masters.
What do you mean? Yeah, it's 40% alcohol by volume.
You're right. But that's also like, I don't know, man. I'm done.
I'm sorry. I would like to apologize. This is what we get.
There's no ingredients.
What do you mean? The ingredient is whiskey.
I understand that, but like all whiskey, like how much water? Like, you want to go back to your beer conversation? Ingredients. The very first one on that. Get a beer can. What's it gonna be? Trash around here. Yeah. It's gonna say water.
All right. It's gonna say water. I don't know. What is the difference here? Hold on.
Grab 2 just for independent research purposes.
All right, fair enough. Alan, talk to the people.
You got 6 minutes.
So, Austin has left me to talk to you guys by myself, and this is all I got for y'all. We're gonna wait on Austin. I don't have anything else to say.
Are you shit talking me?
I'm waiting on you to come back because y'all have decided to put me on the spot and talk to the camera.
You're the one who said grab me a beer. I mean, for independent research.
This is just for research purposes.
Right. Oh, shit!
Yeah, that's definitely water.
Yeah.
That's definitely water. I don't even need to look at the can on that one. That's definitely water.
I'm hobbled over there. You got less than 6 minutes, Austin.
All right.
Yeah, man.
This is the one thing that they didn't have at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
They didn't serve beer to the media.
I mean, I don't know why. All right, to be fair, there is no ingredients on this motherfucker either.
Weird.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like that shouldn't be weird. Or
like everything else has ingredients.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we know fucking hops and malt and water.
Well, wouldn't that be all what it says?
I don't have a clue. I'm just trying to understand what you were talking about with this. This is more alcohol and less than other stuff versus this.
I feel like I'm saying simple math here.
No, you're absolutely right. 40%, but I think we're getting lost here. So okay, so this is 5.7%. So there's 94.3% other stuff in this.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So there's, I don't know what the way.
So
I don't know how we got
there's more stuff in this than there is in this.
Well, hold on.
94.3. 60.
I need to drink some more. Hey.
Well, I'll drink to that.
We'll be back in a little bit. This is Stache and Beard Show.